Hold on. Careful, I'm getting, hold on, I'm getting lightheaded. What you're doing. Well, I'm not digging. I've got a project going on. You know what? I'm gonna look at it. Yeah. Cool. Look at that.
All right, hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome here to Keystone Coin, our weekly Thursday evening auction. My name is Ron. If you have any issues during the sale, let us know, and we'll get you picked out. Keep in mind, everything we auction is sold on lien sale paperwork unless we tell you otherwise, in which case you may be entitled to perhaps it's not this item. All right, we do sell everything that says this condition, exactly the way you came in if you are, all right? No guarantees, warranties of any kind, neither express nor implied, and as to the make, the model, the year, the color, or anything else. So that's why we have inspection time before we come in, take a look, and bid accordingly, okay? All right, as far as payment goes, we will take cash, we will take cash as far as boost and debit cards, as long as those cards and your name. The registered bidder, okay?
Can you pick Richard? Make sure he can get in.
All right. On-site people, once we say sold out here, you need to stand up out of your chair and you will come up to the window. Where you're registered, you'll complete the transaction. All right, online folks, you come in tomorrow morning, we'll open up 8 a.m. You'll get till 12 noon and you get your car out. All right, no problem there. On-site people, you'll get till 12 noon tomorrow too as well, okay? All right. Let's see, next week we're gonna have some nice, long lanes and 10-day holes, guys. We're gonna have, about 6 or 7, I think, long lane vehicles, so check that out, There should be some pretty good product there for you, so, they'll reach out for that. And don't forget our, let's see here, 4th of July sales can actually be, on the 2nd, which is a Wednesday, it'll be Wednesday that week, 4th of July week, instead of Thursday night, it'll be Wednesday night, okay? So check your calendar for that one and make a notation there. After that, then we'll get back on track again, okay? All right. I think I pretty well covered the do's and the don'ts, so I think we should be good to go. As soon as we get our computer going here, we're loading up.
I'll talk to Sarah just 1 second.
No problem. All right, here we go, guys. Wish you the best of luck, and let's go to work now. All right, here's number one, over $7 striker. All right, David runs, Kansas, runs, $80 charge here, okay? $4, minutes, regular run, group of 900, number three, regular card. Regular folder down here, quarter time. I get 350, and a 75, and the 400 here, 400, get 375, and a half, five. Number five, gotta go five, now half. Number 50, quarter, now half, now it's 75. Number 75, 600, gonna be 600 down in the quarter. Number 600, quarter in the quarter, now half. 650, 75, gonna go 75. Number 75, gonna go 675. Number 675, 75, down here we have solar time, $650 from number eight. Number two, here's an all three. So you can number over here, trade the quarter. How about trade the quarter down here, quarter, no half, 350, 50, no 75, no four. Number four, now quarter, now half, over 15, gonna go 50, 75, 75. Number five, now quarter, 525, 80 pounds money. Number five, a quarter and a quarter here, indeed a quarter and a quarter down here, we have summertime, $500. Number six is the winner, right? Number three. Is a 24 Mercedes, three. Yeah, for I really can't just teach it out, that's all. And he's coming off at a pound time. I got time to go where? $500. Go back five and a half, quarter, no half. I got time here, Sunday, if I say it, 600, how about six, it's gonna be six. And quarter, 625, and a half, 650, 75, seven, and a quarter. And a half, you want a half, are you ready? Seven and a half, why not? I got a half here, 50, and 75. How about 75, eight, now a quarter. Eight's on nine, 825. How about 825, 50, 75, I'm gonna go 375. 875, 900 and a quarter, 925, 89, and a quarter, now 175. How about 75, you're gonna go 975, and a half. How about 975 pounds, and dollar and a quarter, how about quarter, 10 and a quarter. How about quarter, you're gonna go minus, a quarter, half, that's a 50, 75, you're gonna go 75. Hey, wait, where's your note? How about 75, 10, 75, and now 11 and a quarter, now 11 and a quarter. 11 and a quarter, no hand, 50, 50, you gotta go 50, 50, 7 and a quarter. 75, and now pound. But pound here, pound and a quarter here, any quarter. But pound and a quarter, just smaller now, half. But come on, people, let's go. But 150, 50, you're gonna go 50, and the 50, 50, and we sold it 10. There's 125 online, okay, here's number four, here's number six. Here, what do you say? But we're a quarter, maybe 40, one quarter, and a half, 315, now 75, quarter, now a quarter, and a quarter, need a quarter, now a half, 75, five, and a quarter. And a quarter, five to the back, a quarter, so yes or no? Quarter and a half, 75, now six, and a quarter, and the years roll off. But six and a quarter, six on the line, six and a quarter, six and a half, 75, now seven. But seven, you gotta go seven and a quarter, seven and a quarter, and a quarter, seven's over here, quarter here, eight and a half, about a half, seven and a half, seven and a half. And the 50, 50, you gotta go 50, 50, and I gotta do seven and a quarter, good? No. Silver time over here, 700, 700, what is it up to this? 140, 140 divided, thank you, sir. Here's number five, here comes the lead. Run cash, 400 minutes. Hey, you get money 100, I think about on that. I get three quarter half. I got 175, I'm gonna go 75, $400, not $400, 75, 500. And now a quarter, and now use a quarter, half, and a half, I can't say. 5 and a half, 75, 6, and a quarter, and a half, 75, 7, and a quarter. and a quarter, half, 7.5. How about 15? Gonna go 50, 57, 50, 7.25. How about 700, 50, 75, 800, and a quarter, and a half, 50. Okay, another 50, 50, 75, gonna go 75, 75. How about 875, 875, 875, 75, here we have sold it. 800, it's already gone. Gotta wake up, man, gotta wake up. 858, put them on online. Here's number 6. There you get a 4. You're running also from the even though the charge. Regular quarter. How about quarter? Regular quarter? How about regular quarter and the quarter and the hundred? Regular 50, how about 75? How about 75? 400 and the quarter, 425, using the quarter, quarter time. I got a half, and 75, 75. How about 75? 4.5 years, 75, 500 and a quarter. And a half, and 75, I'm gonna go 75, 75 sales, 600 and a quarter. How about 6 and a quarter and a quarter and a half, give me now, 75. How about 675, 700 and a quarter. How about 7 and a quarter and a quarter here, need a half over here, no 75. How about 75, I'm gonna go 75, 775. How about 75, 75, here we have solar panel, 750, number 85, 750. Fire, here's number 7, 305. Not 4, on the bench, to go back, they go down 600. He said 3, 34. In the overtime here, halfway in the back, 75. How about 75? We're gonna go 75, 400, number, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, quarter here, need a quarter, now half, and 75, 75, 475, 80, and now 5, and a quarter. And a quarter, and I would have 75, now 6. I'm a 6, and a quarter. See, you guys are all sleeping. That's 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half, 75. I'm gonna go 75, 675. How about 75? I'm gonna go 675, 75 here, 75, 75 here, so okay. 650 number, number 6 wrong.
No, it's all
Online, thank you. Here's number 8, here comes number 6. All right, guys, okay? Number 1, 2, 4 home. Here's something. I'm thinking about 6 or 3, 30 part. 4 and a half, 75, 4 and a half, 5 and a half, and 6 and a half, and 7 and a half, and 8 and a half, and 9 and a half, and 1,000, 1,000, and a half, and 11 and a half. I'm 11 and a half, 11 up here, 11 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 13 and a half, 14 and a half, 15 and a half, and then 16, it'll be 16, 16 and a half. And 17, gonna go 17 and a half, 18, 18 and a half, 19, how about 19 and a half, and 2,000 dollars and a half, and now 1. How about 21, no half, no 2, 22, 2 and a half, and 3. How about 23 and a half, 23, 50, 24, gonna go 400, 24. How about 24, minus 23 and a half, $24, down here, what are we going to? Solar tank, 23, 50, 23, 50. Now, we look at the window up there. There's a 95 for South Gas. Not a paper South Gas. They're going to get 5 3 the quarter, now half. I get a half, 5 here, need a half. You want a half? 350, 50, 350, 50, solar tank, 325. Number 6. Here's number 10. Here comes number 3. What do you say? Number 5 to go. 5 to go. They go get $5. Go get $5. I get 5. 3 to 4, 3 and a half. I guess we're gonna 50, 15, you're gonna go 50, 50, 3 to 4, 315, 350, 15, not 75. Number 75, 4, 4, and a quarter, and a quarter, 4 and a quarter, what do you say? I'm a 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half, 75, we're gonna go 75. And now 500, not 5, all it needs is that, that's all. I'm a 5 above, not 40, give me half, then a half, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half. I'm a 5 and a half, 75, hey, come back there, I'm 75. I'm 75, I'm gonna go 75, 600. Number 575.46. Number 600 here, we sold it then. 75 on the line. Here's number 11, here's the Camry. 400 Medicaid, the Camry runs down, three to 43.5. I got a hand paying 50, and 75, and a four, and a half, and a five, and a half, and a six, and a half, and 7.5, and 8. Number 8 here, 800, no half, no 9, no half, and now 1,000, and 11. Number 11, 11 and a half. Number 11 and a half, over there, 12 and a half, 13. Number 13, no half, 14 and a half. 1,500. Number 15 and a half, 1550, now 16 and a half, number 17. Number 17, 116 and a half, right here. Number 17, we're going to go 17 and a half, we have, and 18, number 18, 17 and a half on site, 18. Number 18, and here we have, silver time right there for 1750. Ryan, what number you have? Where's your number? Oh, there it is, right there. Let me see. One more is mine. Here we got number 12. Right, forward on another eight, that little scratch right there. Yeah, I'm not sure what about that. All right, here we go. 1,000. 3, take it a half, now 4. I got 75. You want 75? No 4. And now 40 and a half, or 50. And 50, 50, no 75, no 5, 500, no 5, no quarter. And a quarter and a half, 550. And 50, 50, 50, he's going to fix it. 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, 75, 6. How about 600? He says, 75, 609, and a quarter and a half. How about 615, and 75, and 700. How about 7 and a quarter, give me a quarter, what do you say? And a half, he's a quarter here, he's a half, and a 75, now 800. How about 800 and a quarter, he's 25 and a half, 850. 850, 50, 50, what do you say? 825. 850, 75, 75, $900. But $900, 875, 900. But now here we have silver tank over here, 875. Right here, number 13, over here now. Number 8, $800. Right? Number that, side to side of that. Oh, how about 5? Number 5 with a bucks. He said 3, 3 and a quarter. How about 3 and a quarter here on the bench? 3 and a quarter. How about 3 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a half, 50, gonna go 50, 50, what do you say, huh? 75. How about 75, 3 and a half here, 375, and a 4, 400 and a quarter. And 4 and a quarter here, 4 is over there, 4 and a quarter. How about 4 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter down here, a half. Give me half, 4 and a quarter. How about 450, 450, 450, now 75. No, that's 75. How about 475? No.
Who did you have over here?
I have, Eric Ford, you have 4 and a quarter.
I have 4 and a quarter.
You have Richard?
No, it's not Richard.
No?
Which, 450? Okay, 4.
We're good for 4 and a half? Online, okay. 450 online, thank you. Okay, on the number 14. I think, yeah, on the card. All right, they get my challenge. I'm a thousand to go there, 1,000 left. I'm with 11 to 1100 for it, I'll get you 1,000, you 11. Then I got 1,000 right here, he's 11. What do you mean, no? 3,000, that's too much. What do you mean, no? Give me 5, half price. I already got 4, now 5, now 6. How you doing? He's from downtown for appointment. I got, you want to be 4, 5? 4 and a half, now 5. How about 5 there, 5 of the bucks? You got
No,
this much? I got 450, no 5, no one to sell it 10.
What do you got?
They're 450, 450. Let me see his number there. So which number is that 142? 142 to buyer, fine. Okay. We'll get that straightened out there. Something got a little carried away with our computer here. Okay, let's go on. Number 15 car, 2011 model 3. All right, it runs scans, quarter automatic, got a little scratch on the back end there. You give me about 700. How about 7? 3 a quarter. How about 3 a quarter and a quarter and a half, 350, 350. On the monster car, how about 350, 50, 50, 50, and I 50, or 75. How about 75? You came in 3.5, 75, 4, not quarter, and a quarter, towards the bid, 4 4.5. 450, 50, 50, 50, 450, 50, and we're going to, let's see, something, 425, number 6. I see. Eric, you okay? Yeah. Sorry. All right. You get it worked out. Yeah. Here's number 16. Here comes the 09 Mini Cooper S model, people, automatic, 1,000. How about down to go here? How about down to the bucks? But we get 100 on the higher, go up into the 8, 5, 6, that'll be 6, and now 7. How about 7 here? 6 on side, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. How about 100? Now 75, here goes 75, 700, not quarter, down half, 1.5, 7.5, 7 and a quarter. How about 750? Okay, 7 and a quarter on the line, okay, 7.5, 75. How about 75? I'm gonna go 75. How about 75? 775, 75. Here we're going 75, 800, and 8, 8. And we here now quarter, 825 and a half, 8.5, and the 75, 875, you 75. How about 875, 75, here we're going to, at least I think we are. We're gonna sell it time over here for $859. So 119, 119 is on. Number 17, 2000, let's just go. Managed to run 800. How about that? Number 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter? Quarter, yes, sir. How about 3 and a quarter and a quarter and a quarter down to 3 and a quarter, what do you say? A quarter half, 315, or you know, 3 and a half. How about 350, 50, 350, 50, and a 50 here, and 75, 4. How about 4? How about 4? Oh, let's just go. How about 400, 400, you're gonna go 400, 400, here, we saw that. 375, number 6 is another here. 18 to 98, how about that? Hey, stop recovering. Hey, let's see here, hey, we got 600, you said 275. But 375, minus 2.5. 275, I'm gonna get 275, 75, here we, so, 75, 3. How about 3? Hey, wake up, see what, I got 3 and a quarter. How about 3 and a quarter? I got 3 up here, 3 and a quarter? A quarter, half? How about 350, 3 and a quarters here? 3 and a half, 75, 375, 4. How about 4? Now a quarter, 4 and a quarter, I got 4 here, quarter here, need a half. I'm a half, 450, it wears off, 4 and a half, 75, and now 500. I'm a 5, I'm gonna go $500, $500, what do you say? I'm a $500 here, we're going to sell it time for $475. Huh? He's got 140, 142, I need you to come on up. Sir, you need to come up, okay? This young man, 2013, Toyota car. They get around, quarter hundred minutes. Hey, what good title, what do you say here? 800. How much $800? I get 375, 4. I get 4. How much more? Not over in a hand, 50, 75, not quarter, not half. I'm gonna have, I got 75, that's it. And a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half, 75, 7. You stop there, 7 here, 7 and a quarter. 75 each, and a quarter, and a half, each 50, 75, nine, a quarter, and a quarter, half, $75,000. My first, now a half, now 11, now a half, and 12, number 12, 12 and a half, number 12 and a half, 12 and a half, over here, 13 and a half, 14 and a half, 15, gotta go 15 and a half, now 16 and a half, 17, 17 and a half, 18 and a half, 19, now a half, then 2,000 and a half, and 1, 21 and a half, and 2 and a half, and 3, 23 and a half, now 4, number 24, minus 23 and a half, 24. Number 24, number 400 and the 4 down here, you guys all together. So let's say 23, 50, 23, 50, which number you on? 104, 104, what am I? 20, 175, here we go. Number 20, hey, here we go, on the 75, it does run for 190, for the line, good title card. You're gonna give me 3, 4, 3 and a half, 75. But 75, you're gonna do 75, 4, and a quarter, 4.25, and a half, and 75, 5, and a quarter, and a half, by 50, and 75. But 75, you're gonna go 75, 600 another, 86, what do you say? But 6 another, now a quarter, now a half, and 75, you're gonna go 75, and 7. But 7, you're gonna go 7, 6, 75 over here. But 7, 700, and we have solar tank for 675, and then here's on the other side. Got 141, 145, here, 271. And they get around, nice to 300, but they get up, she said 3 and a quarter, and a half, 75, no quarter, and a quarter, on and a half. 75 pounds, not quarter, and the quarter you get your load. So give me quarter, now, I'm gonna have the net line. About 50, 50, each time the quarter gonna have 75 sales, now quarter. And the quarter 6 over here, 6 and a quarter. About 6 and a quarter, and the quarter over here and a half, and here 75. About 75, 700, no 7. About 7 and a quarter, now I have 7 and a half, 7 and a quarter. 750, we're going to go 50, 50, 50, 50, and I sold it right here. 7 and a quarter, online. Here's an old time. Right, $80 if you charge. What do you say about 900? How about 900 bucks? Those stacks right there, little profile. We had 3 and a quarter, 375. Number 375. Number 375, 375, 4, now, quarter, and a half, 75, 475, almost 4 and a half. Number 475, I'm gonna go 475, and a quarter. Number quarter, 500, need a quarter, guys. Number quarter, now, finally 15, gonna go 50, 50, 550, 550, 50, get about. And a half, 75, 600. Number 6, $575, 66. About 600, you're gonna go 600, we have solar right here. For 575 online, okay, right here we have number 23. A Ford Mustang car. Title 80 looks to be and we $903, 75. About 375, 400 dollars and a quarter. And a quarter, he's in the quarter, on a quarter. I'm a quarter, and a quarter down here. Now half here, 75. About 75, we're gonna go 475. About 475, 500, and a quarter. And a quarter, almost an entire, pound and a quarter. About a quarter, pound here, Eric, give me quarter, and a half. About a half here, 50, 50, 50, what do you say? About 550, 50, 75, 75, 600. About 6, you do 6 now, 6 and a quarter. About 6 and a quarter, online at 6 and a quarter. About 6 and a quarter, here we have quarter and a half, and a half, he's 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. About 650, 50, you're gonna go 50, 6 and a half, on myself. About 650, and I sold the tank. 625, number 8 is here's number 24. He runs around the night. Hey, we gotta go tackle. Car. Hey, this is Sunday. He said, how much? A deuce, 2 and a quarter. Wow. How much 2 and a quarter? Two and a quarter. How much a quarter half? 250? How much 250, 50, 250? What do you say? 250, 50, 250 away. Let's 75. He's 2.5 in the middle. 275. We're gonna go 275. 3. How about 3, sir? How about 3? You're up. 3 and a quarter. How about 3 and a quarter? Quarter, half. How about 3.5? 3 and a quarter. How about 350, 50? You're gonna go 50, 50 here. We have 75. 3 and a quarter. Number 6 is higher. Right here we go. Hold 7. Hey, if he did your swing, you're right around. They're gonna get you money from there. You're gonna quarter. You're gonna go around on the beat. How much they're gonna quarter half, they're gonna 50, and so they found enough over $400, we're gonna 375, 4, not quarter, not half. And 175, not half, 500, not quarter, outside of 5.5, and 6.5, and 7.5. How about a half? I got 7 here inside, 7.5, 7 1/4, 7.5, 75. But 75, we're gonna go 75, and now 800 and a quarter. I'm gonna 825 and a half, 8.5, 875, 875, I got 8.5, 875, 900 and a quarter. And a quarter, guys, one is over here at 9. How about another quarter and a quarter and a quarter right here, 8.5 over here, and 75. How about 75, not 75. How about 975, 75, and we're going to now 1,000, now a quarter. I got 1,010 and a quarter. Come on, little people, don't break it up, just get it off. 10 and a quarter here, we have something on site for 1,000 even. What's your number there? Number 36. Come on up, please. All right, here we go. Number 26. Just we found 37. All right, hey, you get the memo? Stretch one. 4 of them, automatic, should go right here. There you go. It's a big one, guys. Good title here. Does run. We'll put 1,000. I got time to go. Time to go. Over 75. 55. And a quarter. And a half. And 75. I'm at 75. 600 and a quarter. And a quarter right here. And a 6.5. And 75 cents. 700 and a quarter. 7 1/4. 7.5. How about a half? Now 75. Now 800. Now a quarter and a half. 8.5, 75, 375, money's here. 850, 75 on the line, 900 and a quarter. I got 9 right there. How about 9 and a quarter and a quarter here, 9 and a quarter? How about 4 and a quarter and a quarter down here? One, two, stop time right here. For $900, $900. We start number 4 and the seat shot. 1, 3, 123, we got it. And oh, 2, he's on 800, not a big bit of bucks, so we said 3 and a quarter. About 3 and a quarter, are you in? 3 and a quarter now, 350. About 350, 50, 350, what do you say? 3 and a quarter, 3.5. About 350 and I saw 325, number 6 is mine there. 28 car. BMW. Sorry, 328 I know. Right? Okay, fine. Are you gonna get 500? Get 500 bucks, 3 and a quarter. I'm about 3 and a quarter and a half, 350. I'm not 50, 50, 350, 350, not 75 and 4. I'm about 4. He gets to look up here, get a Michigan. I'm about 4, I'm gonna go 4 and a quarter, not 9, 350, 450. I got 4 and a quarter here, 450, 50, 450, and now 75, 500. How about 5? I'm gonna go 5. Now a quarter. How about 5 and a quarter? He's in 5, 5 and a quarter. How about quarter and a half? I'm at 50. Now 50, 50, I'm gonna go 50, 55, 50. What do you say? 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, 75. How about 75? I'm gonna go 575, 600, 56. How about 600? 600, I'm gonna go 600, and we have something, 25, 75, what about number 65? Yeah, alternative, and how much coming up? No, just 2. Okay, here it is. Here's the evening high. Let's show you, see, 1,500 halftime check there, guys. Extra cash here. I got, how much? You said 1,000? No, you said 475, and a quarter and a half. And 75 and 6, how about 6? 75 6. And a quarter and a half, 650. And a 56 and a half. 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. I'm the 650, 50 and a half. Are you ready? No? So, 6 and a quarter online, 6 and a quarter online, okay? 30, 30, here comes 0, 3, 4. Go on, and manage to the right side, take the side. Number time, we'll go figure, time of about 2 and 3, 3 and a quarter. Number 3 and a quarter, time, 350. Number 250 over here, 75, not 4. Number 4 over here, quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 450, 75. Number 75, minus 1 and a half. Number 475, we're gonna go 475, 475, and a quarter. Number quarter, 5 and a half, 75. Number 75, 5 and a half here. Number 75, we're gonna go 75, 75, 75, here, 6 and a quarter. And a quarter, 600. Number 75. Number 75, again, use 675, what do you say? Number 675, we're gonna go 675, 675, no, so the thing, for 6 and a half. 6 is tomorrow, right? 31, 81. That's 250 miles, and it runs through. Yes, please. Okay, you find, here we go, find another. We said, 2 and a half, 275, and 3, and a quarter. And a quarter, and a half, and 75, we're gonna go 75. 4, and a quarter, and a half, and 75, and a 5, and a quarter, and a half, 5 and a half, 75, 6, and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half, and a half, and 75. How about 75, 6 and a half, and 6, 675, and 7, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a half, 3 and a half, 7 and a half, you guys all half, 75, 75, 8, and a quarter, 825, 825, 825, 825, 825, and we have silver time. 800 number 8 is tomorrow. Beautiful. We get James up time. We know how to manage it, we're small. Let's make it a quarter here, we've got, I got 3 and a quarter half. I got 350 right here now, 75, 400. Number 4, 1, 3, 75, 4, and a quarter. And a quarter, and a half, and 75. Number 75 again. 4 and 75, 4 and a half here, 75, 5 and a quarter. And a quarter, 5 here, need a quarter, 5 and a quarter, and a half. And a half, 75, we're gonna go 75, 75, 6, 600 and a quarter. And a quarter, 6 or a quarter, need a half, 75. Number 75, 75, number 7 and a quarter, 7 and a quarter. Number 7 and a quarter, and a 42, 7's over here. Number 7 and a quarter, right over here, need a half, now 75. And now 8, now a quarter. 825, 8's over here, 8, are you getting it? 8 right here. How about 825, 825, and then $800 to number 8, right? 95 for you to figure out. Instead of one of the same guys. How much for the quarter? 2 here, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half. 75, and you're 275, 2 and a half. How about 275, 275, and you're 275, and I stuck it down and sold it down. Here, 50, and number 6, 9, here is going to be 4. Is it 99, and I can do it, right? Good. Eat the other 2 sides, guys, okay? Hey, figure a half, 75, 375, figure a half here, 75, 400. How about 400? Hey, wake up. How about 400 here, now, quarter now, half, 75. How about 75, 75, each 4 and a half. 475, here, 475, and a 500, and a quarter. Now, a quarter, see, I think it's stretched going up, 5 and a quarter, 5 here, a quarter, now half, now 75. How about 75, we're gonna go 75, by 75, how about 75, by 75, and now 600 and a quarter. How about 6 and a quarter, 6 over here, 6 and a quarter. On the 6 and a quarter down here, we're going to quarter half, 75. On the 75. And get right, we go, keep in. 675. No 7. How about 7 and a quarter? How about 7 and a quarter? 7 here on site. How about 7 and a quarter? What do you say? 7 and a quarter. And then a quarter, and that one is solid time. 700, number 8 divided 7. Number 35, 80. Yeah, we get kind of rare. Put it in the water. How much of the water? What is that? Sit your leg up, then they wash it. To the quarter, 2.5. How much you could say? 250, 250. What do you say? 2.25. 2.5. How much 250 silver tank? 225. Number 6. Here's number 36. There's an old guy. 4 minutes. Always title. Yeah, how much 7? 3.25. I got 3.25 in the quarter here. Wake up. 3.25. How much 3.25? Half. 3.5. 3.5. 3.25. 3.5. How much 350, 350, he's not getting. No, you sold a tank. For 3.25, number 6. That's over 7.9. Well, the man, straight over my big guys, he can do. I'm not making. I'm not 3.25. 3.25 now, huh? I'm not 350, 350, you don't pull up the share. I'm not 350, euros, and that's 75, you go 75. How much 3.5? That's 75 there, 4. And 4. I get to 75, 400. How much $400, every single time, 375 numbers, 6 is, whatever, here, so 5, 5, here, as little scratch on it. Sit up on it. And here we go, time it up, 3.25, 3.5. How about 350, you're gonna go 50, 50, 350, 350, 50. You know it's red, right? 3.5, sold, 3.25, number 6 to buy, 3.25, number 6. Here's 39, there's an old set, mini Cooper. What do you think, I think, what about, how about, it's a 3, wow, 3.25. He's trying to minute, we're trying to sell it. I got 3.25. How about 3.25, down here, quarter? Nah. How about 350, 50, 350, 50, 350, 50, and we use. What's that? 3.25, number 6 to buy, 6 to buy. Here's number 40. What do you guys use on the way? Man, what do you say? Hey, you give me, what's on that? I'm not going to give it. Okay. I got 3.25. He's in that 3.25. Half. I got 150, 15, get it up 50, 3.25 right here. How about 350, 15, 350, now, 75 now, 4, and 4 now, 4 to be a quarter now, half. And 75 now, 500 now, and a quarter right here, need a half, 150, and 75 now, 600 be a quarter, and a half, 650. Up to 75, we go 75, 700, 7. And need a quarter here, a half, 7.5. About 15, 75, 75, 800. And then we go 300, 800, not quarter, not half, 850. 850, 50, 850, 825 over here. 850, 50, 50 here, we have silver 10. 825, number 8 is number 41. 95. Automatic, should I remind you that? How about 6? I got 3.25. How about 3.25 and a quarter here, need a half, 350. How about 350, 3.25 here, 3.5. How about 350, 50 is not bad, 3.5, sold. At 3.25, number 6 is the winner, here's number 40 to E, 50. The third ball, automatic, should I remind you, pay. She said 3.25. How much 3.25 in the quarter, do you need a quarter and a half? And a half, 3.5, 75, and a 400. and 4, 3, 75, 84 and a half, now 5 and a half, 5 and a half, now 6 and a half, and 7, how about 7 and a half, 750, 50 now 800 now 859, we go 9 now half, how about 100, 9 and a half, each 9 and a half, so yes, about 9 and a half, 1,000, 1,000 and a half, 1,050, 1,050, he's 10, 10 and a half, of a quarter. How about 10 and a quarter right here, half? I got a half of 75, there goes 75, and a pound 75, 75, 75, 1100, now 11. I'm 11, not quarter, 11 a quarter, 11 a half, 11 a half, 75, 11, 75. I'm at 75, there goes 75, and 12, talking about number, not quarter, not half, and a half, and 75, and 13, I'm 13, 13, not quarter. And a quarter, he's in a 30 here, a quarter here, a half. A 30, and a 50, you're gonna go 50, 50, 50, 75, 30, 75, 14. A 14, you're gonna go 1400, I'm a 14, to go. And a quarter, be the quarter, 14, the quarter, he's 14 right there, quarter down here. And now a half, and a 75. A 75, 40, 75, 15. A 15, now half, and now 16. How about 16? We're half now. Maybe 16 and a half. 16 and a half. And 17. How about 17? We're going to go 17. We're going to go 17, 17 down here. We're going to summer time. For 1650, this number is number 126. 126, right? Okay, get mine. Here you go. Here's 43. I think for one, I managed to also. 600, we said 3 and a half, not 4, 75, not 4, not quarter. And then quarter, 425, and a half, 450, 4 and a quarter. I got a half, 75, 5, see, huh? And now a quarter, and a half, and figure 75, and 6, and a quarter, and a half, 75, number 75, 7, now a quarter. How about quarter half, 7 half, 7, 50, 50, 75, 75. And 800 there, you need a quarter, and a quarter and a half, we have a 50, and 75, and then 9, and a 9, right there, and a quarter, and a 25, we get 25, and a half, and 75, and 1,000, and 1,000, not quarter, and a 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 quarter, down here, we're going to sell it from the it's okay. $1,000. Just number 101, 101 is tonight. It's gonna come on up. Right, here we go, number 101.01. Okay. It's like 88. Somebody give us $300. How about $300? 2.5, 275. How about 275? We're gonna 75. So the thing. $250 online. Here's number 45. 84. All right, guys, I just have. Oh, that's a pretty one. Look at that. 30,000. 5. 5. 5 and a quarter. I got 5 and a quarter. He's 5. I think so. 5? Can you help us? 6? No? I got 4.5, not 5. How about 5? How about 475? 475, 475, not 5. How about 1? Yes, sir. 475, there, need 5. And a quarter, and a quarter. I agree, need a quarter, guys. How about 5, a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter down here, here's something over here. For $500. Number 6 tonight, right here's 46, there's an old 5, you found. Right, here, you found 4. You give me money. You said 3. 3 and a quarter. How about 3 and a quarter and a quarter? Straps on the rise. Next, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half. How about 350? Gonna go 50, 50, 50, 75. Gonna go 75. And 4, 400. Right here, and a quarter. A quarter, right here, quarter, now half, now 75. How about 75? Now 5, $500. 4, 75, will take 5. 5, and a quarter, and a half. And now 75. 75, 6. 600 and a quarter. 625, a quarter, and 75. Number 75 cents, 700 and a quarter. Number 47 over here, 7 and a quarter, need a half, 75. Number 75, now we 800, now we 2775. $800 now we in the quarter, they only five, waste the money. But they got over down here, we saw him on the line for 800, here's number 47. Sure. Okay, 47, wait, next time, I forget. Hey, check that out. The old three. Trans, see here, 4 trans, tell you what, good heaven. And he said, oh, it's 1 1/4 half, 75, then time. Of the commentator now, 4 need a half, and they 50, and that sure is, look at that, 5 1/2, 75. Number 75, then it's not 1 for 2. Number 75, if it was 75, 75, he disappeared, so it's 50, and 50 on the line, the 7. Here's number 48. 48 is an on motors. Let's see it again. That's so true. Make it into $500. 500?
We have this one as a 2021 water.
100, not quarter, no half.
I got 200.
I got two here, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 75, 3 3 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 1/2, 275. Number 375, 400 1/4, now half, over 50. And the 50, he's got a quarter, got it, 75, 5. Are you gonna bid? Put your hand up, if you're gonna bid, 5 1/4, 5 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, each one of quarter here, number 50. Number 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, there, I'm going to sell it right there. For 5 1/4. And what's your number again? 142, we get them up one more time, here's number. CB, wait a minute. Honda. Okay, fine. We'll do that, I'm gonna change that. Honda CBR 500, okay, fine. Give me $500. How about $500? How about $200? 4 1/4, 4 1/2. I got 50, 50, 450. What do you say? 4 1/4, 4 1/2. I got 175, 500, 1/4, what do you say? 5 1/4, 5 1/2. 75, 6 1/4. How about 6 1/4, 600, 6 1/4. How about 6 1/4, 650. And 75, we're gonna go 675. How about 675? Come on, I do this one. My beer's getting one. 675, 7 1/4. How about 7 1/4, 7 here? Heat one beer too. 7 1/4, 1/4, 750, 75. How about 75 here? 775. How about 775? 800, 800. And 1/4, 825, 800, 825. How about 825, 825, and we and now 75, 875, that people are hitting like old ladies. 875, 875, 875, 9, see what I say? Lead time. And 9 1/4. I got 9 1/4, be a quarter, and we, now half, how about half? I wonder what color this church is. How about 50, 50, and 50, and 75. I have 1.5, and 75, no? Sort of thing. For 950 online, okay? Hey, buddy, how old are you? Hey, sir, I need you to come on up. I need you to come up. Hey, there, come, you gotta come up. 150, come up, okay. Here we go. Hey, number 50 is a 2010 Toyota Prius car. Right, phone gone, the guy still around, good title, what do you do here, give me about 1,000. What do you say for? 4.5, take 5. That's on 75, $500, 5, 1/4. And 1/4, how about 175, and 6. How about 6, and 1/4, and 1/2, so kind of up to 50. And 75 cents, and 1/4, and 1/2. And 75 8, 1/4, 825, and 1/2, 50, 75. 875, a quarter, 925, 905, a quarter and a half online, 975, Patterson. And the time you go to quarter, we're doing a hand time, so 50, 75, and 11. On the 11, the quarter, 11, 25, a quarter on half, no 75, and you go for 75, 1200. On the 12 and a quarter, go 25 and a half, and 75, and 13, and a quarter, and a half, no 75, gonna go 75, and 14, on the 14, gonna go 14, not quarter, what do you say? No 75, gonna go 75, 15, and a half, 15 over quarter table. 16 and a half. Out of the half, 17, gonna go 17, 17 and a half. Out of the half again, that's 50, 50, gonna go 50, now 18, 1800, 50. And 15, 19, half of 1900, 18 and a half of 19 and a half. How about 1915, gonna go 50, 50, what do you say, 2 grand. How about 2 to go, 15, gonna get 2,000, 50, 50, gonna go 50, and we. Summertime for $3,000 online, here we go with 107, it's a Honda Civic car. Oh, 300. So, do the money you can, please, take it a quarter. I got take it a quarter, he's in the take it a quarter, and a quarter, and a half, and 75, and a quarter. I'm a quarter down here, 374, and a quarter, and a half. And a half, no 75, no 5. And a quarter, half, 75, here go 75, 6, and a quarter. And a half, 75, here go 6, 75, 7, and a quarter. And a quarter, 7 is over here, 7 and a quarter. And a quarter, no half, no, 1.5. No, I got 7 and a quarter here. 750, gonna go 50, 50, and 50, and 9 is sitting right here. 7 and a quarter, here, 752, this is Texas. That's it, it's 300. For second, what do you do? 500. 46, 300. How much they get a quarter and a quarter, 50, you give me quarter, what do you say? How much they get a quarter and a half, 30, 50. And 50, 50, 350, 50, 350, this and all. How about 350 and I sold it, 325, number 6 is long, number 53. There's an old 5, you got 46. Right, for the hundred night, tell you what, this is number 3, 3 and a quarter. How much 3 and a quarter, and a quarter down here, 3, 3 and a quarter. 3 and a quarter, and a quarter down here, 3 and a quarter and a half, 350, how about 350, 50, 350, 350, and a half? Oh, so that 3 and a quarter, number 6 is my, right here, 64, 2015. Right, for how the administrator around, you want 5? You want 4? No. I got 4 and 5, give me half. You guys together, I got you guys at 4. 4 and a half, no 5, no 1, no and a half, no 6 and a half, and 7 and a half, and 8 and a half, no 9 and a half. I could do it 9, no and a half, 1,000, no half, no 11. Number 11, no half, 11, 50. 11 and a half, not 12, not half, and now 13, it'll be 13, 12 and a half here. How about 13, 13, not half, 14 and a half, and 15 and a half, and now 16, 16, 16, 15 and a half at the back. How about 16, 16, 16, no half, now 17. How about 17, no half, give me half, and 18, you're gonna go 18, 1800. How about 18, 18, 18, down here, we're going to now half. Now half, almost at half. 18 and a half, 19. How about 19, 19, down here, so we're like 12. Or 18, 50, 18, 50. Now we've got a number 4 over there. We've got a number 88, 88, that's an old 2. I'm going to car. I get 3, 3 and a quarter. How about 3 and a quarter and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3, 50. How about 350, 50 on the alley? How about 350, 75, not 4, 4, 4. I got 375 on the phone, I got 400, and here we're going to sell it. 375, number 6 is the one. The last one, number 50 is six. All right, if I'm paying for the guys. Everything, check it out, 1,000. I get three. We're gonna quarter. I get three, we get a quarter, right here. How about we get a quarter, 75, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a half, and a half, 450. No 75, and no 500, no quarter. And a quarter and a half, and a half, 75. How much 75, 6, and a quarter, 625. How much 95, 50, 6 and a half, 75. How much 75, 6 and a half, and 675. How about 675, and we're going to sell it for $650, $650. What's your number there, okay? It's number 112, right? Come on up, please. 112, all right, please, appreciate you coming up, right? Make sure you pay your bills, 6 times out of the cash, right? And that time to pass it. So right over here. And make sure you get your cars out, don't wait in the phone, tomorrow, okay? Thank you very much.